NBA Thursday is here, and for today's video, I've got my favorite 3 plays on the board with all the stats, breakdowns, and analysis that you need to know before tonight's games tip off. Now, guys, I am super excited about today's video, as all 3 of these plays are absolute bangers, some big names, some big stat lines that you're going to want to sweat, so you are definitely going to want to see all 3. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because guys, if this video hits 50 likes today, I'm going to go ahead and throw a bonus pick into tomorrow's video. So tap that like button, tap the subscribe button. Now, before we dive into today's picks, let's go ahead and recap how yesterday went. And unfortunately, yesterday was not our day on the channel. It was a 1-2 night that was 1 Nikola Jokic assist away from being a 2-1 night, which unfortunately does happen from time to time. Now, that said, we did go 5-3 inside my VIP community, which is where I post my very best picks every single day, usually 5 or more picks I'm sending out every single day in the VIP community. So to make up for our 1-2 dud on the YouTube channel yesterday, I am giving everybody 7-day access to my VIP community, which usually costs $19.99 for just $4.99. In other words, I'm basically just giving y'all a 75% discount just because we went 1 for 2 on our YouTube video yesterday. Now, guys, speaking of that VIP community, this isn't just where I post my best picks. It is where I post my best picks inside this VIP Discord, but it's also where we are talking sports 24/7, 365. Like, it's boys' night at the bar and the clock just never hits bar close. Right now, as you can see, it's Masters Day. We are in the club here talking Masters. We're talking golf. We were talking March Madness very, very recently. So this is where we're talking sports, sweating sports all day, every single day. This is where we are sweating our picks. We are lamenting our losses. We're celebrating our wins together as a family. It really is a tight-knit community, a tight-knit family. This is where we're hosting monthly giveaways, monthly contests. As you know, we just wrapped up our March Madness brackets. The top 2 scorers in those March Madness brackets each received a $50 gift card to Amazon, even though it cost them absolutely nothing to participate in the contest. In April, we are going to be doing an NFL mock draft contest. It's usually one of our best competitions of the entire year. The winner of that is going to receive a sweet prize. Still TBD what the prize will be, but it costs nothing to enter. It's free to play in the contest, and you are eligible for very, very cool prizes. So, in short, guys, this community, this is where 228 sports fans, including myself, we're hanging out, we're talking sports all day, we're sharing strategy, and ultimately, we are turning sports into daily money-making opportunities. So, guys, go ahead, use the link that I left in the description of this video. Head on over to my VIP weekly package, which again is usually $19.99. If you apply promo code YouTube, you are going to see that it drops down to $4.99. $5, guys. That's less than a Big Mac from McDonald's, and you are going to get 7 days for free inside my VIP community. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the best 3 bets that you are going to find in the NBA for tonight's slate, even though it is a very small slate. Now, we are going to start this thing off with, bear with me, Sandro Mamukelashvili. I think I did all right. Mamukelashvili. Sandro Mamukelashvili over 16.5 PRA, points plus rebounds plus assists. Now, when you pop this prop open, you are going to see a lot of green on the board instantly. You are going to see that he has 17 or more PRA in each of his last 9 games. He's 9 for 9 going back to March 23rd, almost an entire month. He is averaging 22.89 PRA per game over those 9 games, which is, 6 6 points over the line, which is currently set at 16.5. He has been absolutely on fire. There's no cooling this guy down at the moment. Now, when you take a look at the matchup, it's a terrific matchup for basically anybody. They are going against the Miami Heat, who rank 22nd in the NBA in points allowed. They rank 28th in the NBA in rebounds allowed. They rank 19th in the NBA in assists allowed. So a top 10 matchup basically across the board in all three statistical categories. Terrific matchup. In fact, Sandro has gone against these very same Miami Heat 3 different times this season, and he's 3 for 3 against them this year. He had 18 PRA against them back on December 15th in Miami. He had 27 PRA against Miami on December 23rd. Again, that was in Miami. And then at home against Miami just 2 days ago, by the way, 48 hours ago, he had 17 PRA against the Miami Heat. So it's a great matchup, and it's one that Sandro has torched 3 for 3 already this season. You take a look at how the public is treating this game, you're going to see that 60% of money, even though 45% of bets are on, even though 55% of bets are on the under, 60% of money, which tells us sharp bettors are hammering the over in this game. They're expecting it to be a higher scoring game than originally expected. That's obviously great news if you're taking the over on a PRA prop, 2 of which those stat lines influence scoring. Great news. Furthermore, you'll see that it's mostly on the Raptors side of the basketball. You'll see that 61% of bets are on the Raptors, 56% of money is on the Raptors to cover. So not only are we expecting a higher scoring environment, but we're expecting a higher scoring environment, particularly for the Toronto Raptors. Great news if you're considering Sandro to go over 16.5 PRA. So we have he's on fire over his last 9 games. The matchup looks terrific. He's torched the matchup 3 different times already this year. The public is expecting a high-scoring environment in this game. And, of course, it's a pretty bullish market as well. Underdog has this thing all the way down to minus 164. Very confident that he's going to go over. Sleeper minus 143. Fliff 135. Very confident market. So we're going to go with, again, bear with me, Sandro Mamukelashvili to go over 16.5 PRA. That's pick number 1. Now, for pick number 2, we are going with Jaylen Brown over 38.5 PRA. Points plus rebounds plus assists. A lot of green on the board when you pop this one up. You're going to see that Jaylen Brown has hit this mark in 8 out of his last 10 games. In fact, he's averaging 44.2 per game over his last 10. That's about 7 over what the line is currently set at, which is 37.5. He's been on fire. Zoom out to the last 20. He's still hitting this mark 75% of the time. He's done it in 15 out of his last 20 games, averaging 40.8 per game. He's doing it pretty frequently on the season. 70% of the time across 70 games has he gone over 37.5 PRA. Now, when you take a look at the matchup, things get a little bit interesting because on the surface, we know that the New York Knicks are a top 5 defense in the entire NBA. They literally rank 5th, 3rd, and 6th when it comes to points allowed, rebounds allowed, and assists allowed. Arguably a top 5 unit in the NBA. But when you look at how they perform against Jaylen Brown's position, he's listed as a small forward. It's a much better matchup for small forwards than pretty much anybody else on the court. They still rank 7th in the NBA in assists allowed. They rank a mediocre 18th in the NBA in rebounds allowed to small forwards. But you'll see here, they rank 25th in the NBA in points allowed to small forwards. There are only 5 teams in basketball that allow more points to small forwards than the New York Knicks do. Obviously, that's great news, especially considering we're talking about points, not rebounds, not props. If you think about where Jaylen Brown is going to get most of his production in a PRA line, it's going to be in the points category. 41, 32, 30, 29, 31, 29, 43. And now he's going up against a top 5 matchup that bleeds points to small forwards. Loving what that looks like for Jaylen Brown over 37.5 points. Furthermore, you are going to see that 81% of bets and 68% of sharp money is on the is on the over in this contest. So again, we're expecting a higher scoring environment in this game. It's a little bit wishy-washy when it comes to the spread. We're seeing 64% of bets on the Celtics to cover, but we're seeing 58% of money on the Knicks to cover. So not much to tell there, but we are expecting a higher scoring environment with 81% of bets and 68% of money on the over in this contest. Take a look at the market. You're going to see it's pretty tight market alignment. Not a lot of huge swings, not a lot of huge jumps. Most apps are on the confident side. PrizePicks has it at -119. Underdog has it at -120. Fliff -120. DraftKings -122. Sleeper -128. Mostly confident, very tight market is in alignment on this Jaylen Brown pick. So guys, I am taking both Jaylen Brown over 38.5 PRA and Sandro over 16.5 PRA. I am taking both of those over on Betr. If you have not yet, be sure to collect all of the free bonuses that you get over on Betr when you use promo code BBSMikey. First and foremost, you are going to get a $200 bonus at signup when you use code BBSMikey. They are also going to throw in a free pick for tonight and tonight only. Tonight's free pick, Thursday, April 9th, they are going to hand you Fernando Tatis Jr. under 99.5 home runs. I know that this is an NBA-specific video, but if you can throw in Fernando Tatis for less than 99.5 home runs and increase your multiplier for free, why would you not do that? So, again, guys, Go to Betr, create an account, use code BBSMikey, and collect all the free goodies. Who doesn't want a $200 sign-up bonus? Who doesn't want a free winner to increase their multiplier? Okay. For our third pick, and this one is my favorite pick of the entire day. I love this pick, particularly where we are playing it, which I will talk about in just a minute. But we are going with LeBron James under 1.5 3-pointers made, and we are taking this specifically on Novig, which again, I will talk about in just a minute. But as for the pick itself, LeBron under 1.5 3-pointers made, you are going to see a lot of green on the board. He has not hit 2 or more 3-pointers in any of his last 9 games. He has 1 or fewer 3-pointers made in each of his last 9. Even if you want to zoom out to his last 20, he's hitting the under 80% of the time, 1 or fewer 3-pointers in 80% of his last 20 games. He's done it in 16 out of his last 20 to be specific. Now, then you take a look at the matchup, you're going to see that it's a top 10 matchup difficulty-wise for LeBron James. He's going up against the Golden State Warriors. They actually rank number 10 in the NBA when it comes to 3-pointers allowed. They are a top 10 defense in that regard. It's even more appealing when you look at how they perform against LeBron's position, which is small forward. They are a top 5 defense in the NBA when it comes to 3-pointers allowed specifically to small forwards. There are only 4 teams in the NBA that are better than the Warriors at limiting small forwards to making 3-point shots. Obviously, a great sign. Then you are going to see that everybody and their mom is expecting the Warriors to cover the spread in this game. In fact, the LA Lakers are already underdogs in this game. I think they're 4.5-point underdogs. And we have 68% of bets, 78% of sharp money is expecting the Golden State Warriors to cover the spread. So we're expecting a lower scoring environment for the Lakers, even more so than originally expected. But the biggest, most important, most exciting thing about this pick is when you take a look at the market, okay? Extremely bullish market on LeBron James to land under 1.5 3-pointers. Literally every app, every book basically has this priced as a lock. Underdog has it at -224. 224, guys. That's about as much of a lock as it gets in terms of pricing. Bet Rivers -182. Caesars minus 170, DraftKings minus 169, The Score 165, Sleeper 164, FanDuel 158, Hard Rock 155, Fliff 150, Kalshi 142, BetMGM 140. Everybody between BetMGM, Kalshi, Fliff, Hard Rock, FanDuel, Sleeper, The Score, DraftKings, Caesars, BetRivers, and Underdog has it at least at minus 140 all the way to minus 224. And then you have Novig. Guys, Novig currently has it at minus 128. And by the way, this isn't out of the norm for Novig. Novig routinely has some of the best prices, best payouts available out of any book, any app in the market. It is by far my favorite place to play any of these apps for a couple of different reasons. Number one, the reason I just told you, the one that I just showed you, they always have some of the best payouts in the market. Number two, I live in Wisconsin. We are not allowed to play on typical sports books here. I can't play on Caesars or BetMGM or Bet365. Novig is not a sports book. It is a prediction market, which is perfectly legal, perfectly okay to play in Wisconsin and many of the states that currently don't allow sports books. So it does not operate the same way that PrizePicks and Underdog operate, where you must have 2 or more players in your slip to be able to submit an entry. If you want to take just one of these picks, if you don't like the Sandro play, if you don't like the Jaylen Brown play, if you do love the LeBron play and you just want to play LeBron, you can play LeBron James under 1.5 three-pointers made by itself on Novig. And if all of that wasn't enough, if you use my code BBSMikey, Novig is going to hand you a $50 bill just for playing $5 on Novig. So if you want to throw a 5 spot on LeBron James under 1.5 three-pointers, which, by the way, looks like a lock and is priced very beautifully on Novig, even if that somehow crashed and burned, you would still be up $45 because Novig is giving you $50 when you spend just $5 with code BBSMikey. Guys, if you take one thing away from today's video, it's get on Novig. Novig is by far my very favorite place to play. All right, so to recap what we are doing in today's video, we are going with Sandro over 16.5 PRA. We are going Jaylen Brown over 38.5 PRA. We are taking both of those picks on Betr. We're using code BBSMikey for a $200 bonus plus a free winner in Fernando Tatis under 99.5 home runs. Then, of course, we are going with LeBron James under 1.5 three-pointers, but we're taking this specifically on Novig. Again, use code BBSMikey. You're going to get $50 when you spend just $5. So that is all I have for you guys in today's video. Be sure to like the video. Again, if we get to 50 likes in today's video, I'm going to throw in a bonus pick for you guys in tomorrow's video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to start creating some MLB videos here shortly, so subscribe to the video, turn on notifications, come hang out with me over on TikTok, slide into my free Discord server, all of the things. Our relationship doesn't have to end here on YouTube. Lots of different ways you can come hang out with me. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Good luck out there tonight. Let's make some money.